Hi Mahesh, could you please open the PPT with a list of questions on the topic?
Kasturi, now I am show my PPT. Here is my PPT. I am discussing topic is user variables. User variables are used for acts as a filter for the forms, and that is the is called the user variables. Now coming to the other slide. In this slide, where we can use the user variables. One is the data forms, and another one is the runtime forms, and another one is the business rules, and another one is smart grid. Now coming to the another slide here, what is the use of user variables? Yeah, we can use the user variables. Suppose you can filter the entities, child entities. That is the child entities to intimate the user. That is the purpose used for the use, user variables. What is the difference between the user variable and substitution variable? Here, user variable you can use the application. Suppose you can updations are possible. Only one user has affected, but substitution variables are global placeholders that can change the information regularly. But you can use the substitution variables. Once you can change the month and year, it can reflect overall the application, all of them application. Now, which case we do use user variable over substitution variable. Yes, you can use the user variable for the filtering to the forms, and substitution variables are updating the entire forms to the at a time. You can use the substitution variable. Here, can you show me how to use a create user variable from the following use cases? Here, what he mentioned, since we don't have list of users in the application, try to explain how user variable behaves by using admin user only by using in the use case assumption below. Okay, here was mentioned one of the use cases. Yeah, what he says, assume user one is the owner of any two entities. Assign those two entities as value to the entity dimension. Yeah, in that use case, he was what he mentioned. Suppose user one is the parent. User parent one has the sum of the childs, the child entities. So in that child, you have select two entities in the entity dimension. Now I am go to the application. This is the yeah, this is the home page for the application. Now hit on the navigator here. Tools cluster variables card is there. Here user variables and substitution variables. Now I want to create the user variables. So I click on the user variables. Here the plus icon. Now hit on that plus icon. But here not enabling. That is the purpose. Once restart my application. After that I can hit on the plus icon. Here you can show that in that presentation. Yeah, entity dimension you have select. That is the purpose. I am selecting entity dimension here. I am creating the one of the user variable name. What is that? User 5. Okay, user 5. Here I am selecting the two child entities. What are those? I can showing like that. Yeah, this type of window is coming. Now expand the total geography. Now again expand the segments. Now I can expand the EN01. Here, EN01 is the parent. These EN01 France, UK, Singapore 1, Singapore 2, these are the child vendors. That is the purpose. Here, I am selecting France, and another one is the Singapore. Yeah, these two child entities are I am selecting. The parent is the EN01. Click on OK. Okay. Now here one pop-up is there. What is that? Records saved successfully. Okay. Now at this time, I can go to my presentation. Here the one of the slide is there. Can you reuse any data forms? But you can already created user variables. That is the purpose. You can create one of the data form. So you can see the what data you can select, what numbers are you can select. That is the purpose. This is the navigator. And coming to the create and manage cluster, here the forms card, you can hit on that. here this type of window is coming, then hit on the data forms. Now I want to create one form. That is the user user okay, user one. So here I am selecting that what a dimension number. Yeah. Now drag to the entity in the columns. Account is the rows. Now and also the periods in the columns. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I can select the members. This is the way of selecting here. Contribute. Another dimension is scenario. Here I'm selecting the period. And selecting the entity. We'll select a movement. And another dimension is the data source. You can expand this. Here the data application one expand now again here I am selecting the period. Here the other one and select the jump. Okay. This time creating one of the uh, user variable. What is the purpose? Here I am selecting user. Right. And jump. Yeah. And the same. I can show me the not that is the purpose. I am going to get user preferences. In this here the user because sometimes this type of dialog box is coming. What are the user preferences? Now I can add the box. That's not the library. That's not here the key is coming. Now we can check marks for the of this form. So mean, um, now I can go to the presentation. Here, what he says, can you explain how user can access the data form which is created based on the above question in detail, how the entities are restricted to the two entities of ownership. Yes, so here restrict the not seeing to the, I can only giving to the data, I can only show. Yes, now should user one supposed to access of any entities? Yeah, here what are the entities we can access? Only that entities data you can see. There is no possibility for the another. Now coming to the user requirement, can you show me the enable dynamic user variable? So now I am connecting. Open the forms here. Expand the library. Data forms. Now here I am selecting user one. Click on edit. Now this is the layout. And this is the option, other options. Here dynamic user variables is there. Now here we can enable and add user file to the this side and save. Okay. Now coming to the layout. Now here once again save and see the preview. Yeah. Here previously I am enabling user file. This is the France. Now I can select to the another entity, child entity is there here. Yeah. Firstly, I am selecting EN01 is the parent, EN01 France and Singapore is the child. That is the purpose. Now I am to select Singapore. Okay. These two child entities I am only accessing. Yeah. Now I am going to the another presentation like this. Take any parent entity as an example. Show only the children for that parent. In this second, what he mentioned, now only I am see the only child entities, not showing to the, not visible to the parent entity. That is the purpose. Now I can again go back to the forms. Yeah, this is the forms. Now I can say better way. I am save as this form. Save as. Hit on OK. Yeah. Hit on OK. Now hit on edit. Variables. Hit on users. Remove this way. Hit on OK. Now again hit on edit. Expand total geography. Here the segments. Here the EN01. Here the 4 is there, but EN0 is not visible. It was mentioned. But selecting the EN01. Now the effects calculations. Here level 0 descendants. Hit on OK. Now save. Okay, this form is successfully saved. Then I can hit on the preview. Yeah, here you can show there is no not showing for the EN01. These are the child numbers. That is the thing of using for the data forms in now, minute my instrument. It takes 1 minute. You can connect. Again, sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, it's coming. Now I can enter my password. This is the forms. Now where I am checking, now I can open my presentation. I am here. Yeah. Previously, I am showing like that only children for the entities. When the data form is saved, the business rules should be run only the context of entity selection. Yeah. Now I can go to the application. Business rules. Here you can add consolidation and translate. You can, if you want the run after save in that presentation, that is the mentioned. So I am selecting for the data form is saved. This is the this is that data form is saved. Run before save. This time you can use. If you want, you can check mark it, check box. If you don't want, you can unbox the checkbox. So now I am going to the presentation here. Another one is the runtime prompts. Can we use user variables in RTPS? You can use the runtime variables, runtime prompts as user variables. Now I am showing. You can limit the user variable in RT runtime prompts to able to restrict user one from accessing the entities other than he wants. And use this runtime prompts in the business rules to show me how it works. Now that is the purpose I am connected to my application. Here, the navigator. Here, the create and manage a cluster. Here, the rules card is there. Now expand. Yeah, this is the actions. Here I am selecting variable designer. Now expand the EPM cloud. Now return the global. Here I am selecting the one of the runtime prompt. Yeah, what type of runtime prompt I am entity for this purpose? RTP entity. Okay, type is the member. Now here you can check the box dimension type. Here what dimension is entity. Here the limits. So that is the purpose I am entering the uh, user. Well, now I am using this give the name this in user will. That is the same I am giving. Now copy. Default value is the also same. So here I am giving. Now article test what I have to enter. Please select one entity. Now after that we can hit on the save. Okay. And after that once I can refresh. Yeah. You can see RTP entity is the added. Now hit on the smart view. Expand EPM cloud. Expand the practice. Rule sets. Here expand the console. Console. Here the rules. Here I am creating the one of the rule for the this. Now hit on the new object. Here I'm selecting the application practice. Cube is the console. Here application type. Here I'm selecting the rule. Giving that a name. What is that? Suppose I am giving that name is the Zoo. Rule 3. Hit on the OK. Yeah. What he dialog says, role 3 created and open for editing. Done. OK. It can be loaded. Now coming to the presentation, this part is done. Here, can you show me how to use the variable in business rules? Yeah, now I can do with the business rules used in the user variables. And can you explain what advantages using the sub variables in the business rules? And I want to explain. Can you explain which of the following approach is recommended, not recommended using the entity in business rules? Please explain why if you can. Here, now I am doing this hard coding entity using the user variable of entity, using sub variable of entity, and another one is the using runtime prompts. That is the purpose. Now I am connected to the application. Here the window is coming. Here what he mentioned first hard coding entity. That is the purpose. I am mentioned fix. Yeah, you can open braces. What he says entity. That is the purpose. I am enter entity. Now after that end fix. Yeah, this is the one of the one. Now presentation using user variable of entity. So I am giving that syntax fix open. Yes. What type of name is giving to the user variable? Can put it on that user. Why? Now write end fix. Yeah, this is the substitution user variable is over. Next coming to the user using substitution variable of entity. So I am writing like this. Again, I am giving fix and user variable and substitution variable is starting from ampersand. Yeah, yesterday I can use current month. I am giving this end fix. End fix. Now I want to create the runtime prompt for this syntax fix. I can open. Can this brace you can use RTP underscore. Yeah, entity. Yeah. Now end fix. End fix. So once I can have the start for this, I can use this start to end. Yeah, click on that save button. Yeah, rule is saved. Okay. Now once again validate the rule. Click on that validate. Now the process is going on validation. Any errors is there occurred, it can be shown. No errors, it cannot be shown. I'm checking for that. The validation is going on here. Yeah, here the one pop-up is coming. The rule validated with no errors. Hit on the OK. Yeah, okay. Now after that I can put on the actions. There is no errors for this purpose. I can deploy my rule. Yeah, once the rule is deployed, I can show the business tools. It's deploying for the process. Yeah, the deployment was successful. Hit on the OK. Now coming to the presentation. Next slide is using user variable in Smart View. Okay, can you explain how to insert user variable in Smart View? Now, this slide purpose, I am going to connect with the Smart View. Yeah. Put on Windows. Here the Excel. Here the select blank workbook. Can maximize. Here the smart view. Here the panel. Now here the shared connections. Now I want to enter the credential for this connecting to the application. Yeah. Now, again, I am giving the password also. And go. Yeah. Here I can select EPM cloud and expand this practice and expand the console library. Here the data forms. Previously, I am creating one of the form for using this smart view. Now I can hit on that, open the smart view. Yeah, like this. Now I want to select for the user variable, strict user 5. Now hit on that. Now I want to refresh. Once again, I can refresh. Yes. I am mm, in this form. Now I can disconnect the variables. So it can be worked. Yeah, this is the form. Previously I did it. Now going to the forms, expand the library. Here the data forms. Here the user one I am previously using. Now use the layer. Now I want to remove the user variables. Okay. Now you add another one. Here entity I am selecting that one. Another segments. UK. I can add. Done. Okay. Now it's save. It's okay. Now once again I am checking for the user variable what name I have given. Now here the user variable. Here the user 5 I am giving. Okay. Now connect with the smart view. Here close. Okay. Now freshly I am opening for the Excel. Select blank workbook. Here the smart view. Here the panel and the shared connections. Now I am enter the credentials. That I can enter the password also. And go. Here you can select VPN cloud and expand this, expand library. Here the data forms. Here the user one. Now from the ad hoc analysis. Here I am selecting the user 5. Once again I can stop the place. Okay. Once again, now this problem is occurred in forms. Once again, I am sick. I did the small mistake here. Now here entity. Account. Now I want to select the entity and edit. Expand the total segments. 3001. Singapore. I'm selecting. Hit on OK. Now account. Edit. Income statement. I'm selecting. On OK. Okay. Okay. Now here I am closing. Now again go to the Excel. Here I am connecting to the. At this time I am creating for the form. This purpose. I can connect once again. Showing like that. Select blank object. Trans smart view channel. Third connections. The password. The copy. The paste. Tango. We are selecting the ATM cloud. Expand this. And the library. Here the data forms. Here the tools. And add analysis. Showing like this. Here I am entering the file. Yeah, I am selecting Singapore one. That is where is that coming. Now going to the presentation. Now these data forms, runtime forms, business rules, smart view. These are finally I am doing this in this presentation. Thank you. My end, my side and Costa Rica.